What's up, traders? In today's video, we're going to go over a few comments from the community, meaning the community from the YouTube subscribers. Thank you guys so much for showing me much love. I really appreciate it. So, Ray H, would you mention where you would have stops with your trade next time? Maybe just a few examples. I keep seeing my risk-reward ratio being small because I tend to have stops too wide. Really love your simple and to-the-point analysis. Thanks for sharing. And then Ben, one ask, have a look at USD. My pleasure, Ben. I'll take a look at USD Mexican for you. And also silver. And there was another one. It was EURNZD right here. So, absolutely, guys. I will do that for you. Stick around. What's up, everybody? My name is Heath, and this is Trade Talk. I'm going to start the video with answering Ray's question about some stops. So I'm going to bring this is last week's examples, okay? I just want to kind of guide you as to what I'm looking for. This red blotted out area is my entry. That is the short entry I took on EuroCAD Friday, right ahead of the NFP news. My entry was 1.56404. I had my stop at 1.56572. It was roughly 15 or 16 pips. I can't exactly remember, but I know it was one of those two. This profit target down here was ahead of this low right here. Okay? I had that low delineated by this gray line. That was profit target number 1. That was the target in which I would remove 2/3 of my position and then bring my stop down to better than break even. Meaning if it reverses from here and pushes back up, I do not get stopped out. And as you can see with this little slide, that my profit target was hit. And I hadn't moved my stop down to better than break even yet because I was just trying to get this out to the Telegram chat group to show what I had done. So basically, I'm going to pull up EuroCAD real quick because I have my stop delineated, or not my stop, my entry, and my stop is below my entry. Now, you can see that the original trade on a 15-minute chart was because it was this line here, so it was like a little better than 2-to-1, okay? But where current price is right now, let me move this up. You can see that currently the position that's left on the trade is right at 9-to-1 risk to reward. Now that doesn't happen every time, guys. That's why I trade this way when I do my intraday scalps, just in case it wants to trend lower. Now I was looking to reshort this again ahead of the levels that I had marked out on the chart. This was one of them right here, and I wanted a closure below that. Now we got that, but unfortunately, I also have a rule where I do not like to take trades after 11 o'clock in the morning. So this big bullish candle pushed up above this level. This is the level I was watching. So I had these two levels on the chart, and I was ready to take a short position if we got some closure, or if we got a test of it and a failure. However, this was at 10:30. So I'm assuming the trade has already happened at this point. The reason I don't like to take trades after 11 o'clock is because the actual move is going to happen at the New York Open and as well as the London Open. So the London Open, where I live in Florida, is at 3 a.m. 2 a.m. to 5 a.m. is the London time zone that I would look to take trades if I was awake during that time. For the New York session, it's 7 to 11. Anything after 11, don't really care about it. Now, I will take trades before 7 because you got that New York London overlap. I very rarely ever take trades in the Asian session. I do take them on occasion, but it's very rare when I do it. However, when I'm taking intraday scalps, I don't want to take an intraday scalp with my stop bigger than 20 pips. Because at that point, just to get a 40 pip scalp is just going to be a 2-to-1 risk to reward. Now, there's nothing wrong with a 2-to-1 risk to reward. There's nothing wrong with a 1-to-1 risk to reward if you can consistently pull those profits up out of the market. However, I always aim a little bit bigger. I want anywhere from 2 to 4, but obviously that's just me nitpicking. It's sometimes, like today, for instance, I didn't take any trades today. This didn't set up for me. It was too late in the day, so I didn't take it. I'm still in this trade with the initial 1/3 of the original position I took, and I'm still in Euro USD as well. So I just kind of wanted to go over that for you, Ray. I hope that really helps. Now, excuse me, for Ben, let me see. I don't exactly remember where I did this. That's where I just was. Give me a second, guys. Here we go. For Ben USD Mexican. Now, I haven't looked at USD Mexican in quite some time. So let's just go out to a monthly and see what we got going on here. I just basically threw every trend line that I could possibly throw onto this thing real quick. Okay? And you do have price pushing back down into this area here. However, that's kind of still quite a far distance away. So let's go into a daily real quick. Now, just to show you guys one more time how I do my trend lines. I use this magnet tool right here, okay? I hit that, and then I use this ray, this double circled ray. And you can see that this is where I anchored it, and we did have a test of that. A beautiful, perfect test, and then a failure. And then this swing high was made. This is on a daily chart, so we had a nice trending movement down up off of that trend line, okay? Made a low, and then another swing high. This swing high is absolutely going to be an important level. If price gets back up there, I would assume that it would offer up some sort of resistance. Will it hold? I do not know. But you know what that can be? That can be a target. For right now, we have taken out, well, we did not close above this candle. We closed below this candle's open. But this candle is now currently pushing forward. I would still look short on this until we start breaking these market structures. This one, and this one. Okay, because these are your swing highs. And then you make another low, swing high, make another low. So these are your waves, your motions. These are the areas that price needs to clearly break above and close on a daily basis. And if that happens, then we can target this area here. However, that's thinking ahead of time. Right now, currently, price is down here, okay? So what we need price to do if we're going to look for this thing to move higher, we're going to have to clear this market structure low. I always use the closing candle bodies, okay? The wicks will offer up some kind of resistance, but the bodies offer up more. And you can clearly see that with this swing up, and then when we came back down, this candle right here closed above that line. And then this very next candle opened up, pushed above the line, and then back down. So you can see that the closure of this candle and the open of this candle was maintained with this market structure. Okay, that's why I do it like that. Now today's candle, we pushed up above that market structure and fell back down. This would indicate weakness. So basically, if you want to look for a continuation short, now mind you, this thing is extremely stretched out. So let me see here. This would be, let me see what this does. Okay, so your next area to look for would be this area here. Okay, so if you were to get short this pair, if I were to get short this pair, I would be targeting this line here, right? Because that's the next market structure we got to get through. Obviously, these two candles are going to hold some market structure and could possibly find support here. But if I was to short this, say if we push up into this in an 8-hour closing basis and we cannot close any 8 hours above, and we kind of start to roll over, any push back up into that area would offer up an opportunity to get short. So that's how I approach these markets, aiming for this line down here. The bullish case on this, like I said earlier, it needs to at least get above this area here. It has to close a daily candle or an 8-hour candle above this area and show an unwillingness to close back below. A willingness to close back below could indicate range-bound trading. Okay? Next is the Euro EURNZD. So the current levels are, so we made a market structure low down here. Okay, you can see all 4 of these candles, 5 of these candles right here, did not close below that line. That's your market structure. Any pushback down into here and failure would obviously be a buy, in my opinion. Not because I'm long this, the trend is down. But for a shorter term scalping opportunity, these levels offer up great possibility or places to possibly get a trade off of. Right now, we're currently made this little market structure and are testing it. So yesterday we pushed up. Today we did the same, but closed a little low. Today's markets were trading very thinly, guys, because there was a few major brokerages that were down and not operating. So today was kind of a thin volume day. So we didn't really get anything. We basically got inside days across the board, except for on pound. And I'll go take a look at pound real quick. But for EURNZD, what we want to see, we want to see this area here is going to be there. Okay, this line is going to delineate this market structure. So if this daily or 8-hour candle closes above this gray line here at 1.72142, okay, closes above it, the next candle pushes back down into there. Go to a smaller time frame, like on an hourly, and make sure you're not closing hourly candles below there, okay? Because that could indicate weakness. However, if you get down in here on an hourly and you're not able to close an hourly above there, once you get a higher high on an hourly candle, you can look to take this long. Put your stop underneath this area or possibly that last testing candle. This is not financial advice, guys. This is just my opinion and for entertainment purposes only. All right, so now that we got that out of the way, a test back down to a failure at this line would indicate that we're going to test this area here. Okay, this area here is going to be this last market structure here, which you can see held this candle opened. There you go. Well, damn it, here we go. It doesn't have to be perfect, you got the point. So a test down to this low. Now, to find another market structure where price could possibly test lower than this line, you have to go into a smaller time frame chart. Here we have an 8-hour market structure right here. So you could possibly target this area here if we get an 8-hour closure below this line. Okay, a pushback up would possibly be an opportunity to aim at this line or this candle's low. All right, that's how I do my scalp trades, guys. Jordan's, if there's gonna a link at the description below to if you're interested in joining Jordan's course. He teaches swing trading only, or not only, but he teaches longer term trades, position trading, swing trading, investing. That's what he teaches. If you're interested in that, it's below there. However, if you do that, you would get access to the Discord chat group, of which I'm in there all day, every day, answering questions from newer traders and calling out plays that I'm looking at or what I see. Okay? Silver. All right, guys. On silver, we have been trading in a range. Okay, let me get rid of these lines because I don't know why they're there. So let's get into this. All right, first thing I see going on silver is something kind of like this. All right, now the last market structure that we made on a daily closing basis was right here. All right, now this area that we're currently testing right here, all right, we need a closure above that. If you get a closure above this blue line and this trend line on a daily closing basis, look for price to push back down and test this area and fail. It has to push down and close above. You get that, then that could be a possible opportunity for long trades targeting this high. Okay? That's what you can look for there. The bearish case. Okay. The bearish case, let me get down to a smaller time frame, and we don't have anything really to go on. Let me go shorter time, nothing. Shorter, nothing. Shorter. There we go. Okay. So, shorter time frame to the bearish side is going to be this little down closing candle right there before the push ahead. Okay? That would be your first target to aim for on a bearish case. The bearish case being we push up into this area and fail. Okay? Obviously, there's more stuff to get through. You're going to have this low to deal with right away, right off the rip. It's going to be this one, and then this one, and then this one. However, if we fail there, there's a pretty good possibility that we're going to head lower, simply because this is in a near-term downtrend. Longer term, it's obviously in an uptrend. Okay, so here's your last down closing monthly structure, and then boom, up. Okay, now this candle has a lot of time still yet before it closes, but any closure above this down closing candle's open is good for the bulls. I'll just say that. That's what I'm looking for on those three pairs. I really don't have nothing to offer on the other pairs that I've already discussed. Everything is pretty much doing like nothing. I mean, this was an inside day. It's probably going to be, this was not quite an inside day because we took out the low of that candle, but it's damn near it. I mean, oh, pound. That's right. I'm sorry, guys. One more thing. Pound. Now, this is very important, guys. If you remember on my video yesterday, I said if we fail up in this area and we get a push down, if we get an 8-hour closure or a daily closure below this level, 1.33119, I would then look for bearish opportunities aiming at this line here. Okay? Look what we did, guys. We reversed. Okay? And look where this candle closed. This is epic, dude. This is like a lot of traders, since this is in a bullish trend, man, this is a buying opportunity, guys. Any massive spikes down, you clear out liquidity, you can buy into that. And, you know, not all the time does it work. It matters where they close, guys. 8 hours minimum. You want closures to guide you in the markets, to tell you where are the markets likely heading. When you get closures below or above these specific price levels, that's a pretty good gauge as to what's going to happen. I'm bullish on this. We push down into here, I will look for bullish opportunities. The only way I'm no longer bullish on this is if we close below 1.33119. And then I will target 1.32279 and lower, as far down as the 1.318. So that's all I got for you guys tonight. It's a long video. I do apologize for that. But please like and subscribe. And happy trading, guys. I'll talk to you tomorrow.